Good day, everybody. Today I have come up with the story of the Alexander of India. Who is this Alexander of India? Is it Chandragupta Maurya? No. Ashoka? No. Or Akbar the Great? Not at all. So who is this? He is none other than the Lion of Kashmir, Lalit Aditya Muktapid. He is from Karkota dynasty. The capital of Karkota dynasty was Srinagar. Lalit Aditya Muktapid was in a spree to expand his territory. So, he invaded and he fought with the most powerful king at that time, who himself had crushed the Turks, Yashovarma. So, there was a fierce battle between Lalitaditya Muktapid and Yashovarma. The battle went on for a long time. Both the sides, the soldiers, were tired. They wanted to sign a treaty, peace treaty. But Lalitaditya Muktapid was not happy with the peace treaty. So the war started again, and he crushed Yashovarma and he dethroned him. In turn, Yashovarma has to become the vassal of Lalitaditya Muktapid. This was happening in one side. Arabs had an eye on India. They wanted to enter India. India was uninvaded. It was at its epitome of the culture, epitome of knowledge, trade, prosperity, culture, with humility. That is India. And they wanted to conquest and loot. They didn't come here to share. Our kings conquered other kings and they ruled. But here, the foreigners, they were least interested in people. They were interested only in the money, in the riches, and they just wanted to destroy our culture and people. So, Arabs were fierce. They couldn't enter India without any alliance. Indian kings were no normal rulers. They were fierce warriors. The kingdom of Sindh was the target of Momin, of this person called a Momin. Muhammad Qasim was the king, and he wanted to rule Sindh, capture Sindh, and hence enter into India. He tried capturing Sindh thrice, but he lost. And then, the fourth time, he made an alliance with all the small tribes near Sindh and fought with the king of Sindh, Dhanvir Singh. Dhanvir Singh knew that he would lose the battle, but he sacrificed every single person from his family to protect his motherland. And he also was sacrificed at the war. He lost the war and he was killed, and his head was severed and auctioned by Muhammad Qasim, which was not taken well by any of the kings of India. They were furious about it, because in India, kings are respected. Even if the king loses the war, they are not disrespected like this. So, all the kings were offended by this act of this Muhammad Qasim. Now, Muhammad Qasim's eye turned to Kashmir. the beautiful, the prosperous, the scenic city of Kashmir. And seldom did he know the Lion of India resides there, Lalit Aditya Muktapid, who has trained his army to the perfection. He has recruited the Chinese generals and he has deployed the latest of the weapons available at that point of time. And Lalitaditya was a very good strategical warrior. He crushed all the small tribes of Kashmir, whichever was near the Kashmir. He crushed them. He conquered Kashmir. He conquered Tibet. He crushed the Turks. He came to West Bengal, Orissa. He came to Karnataka, where the queen of Ratta, the queen called Ratta, Rashtrakota's queen, asked for his friendly hand to help her to re-establish her kingdom. So he helped her. Then he went to Gujarat. Then he went to Rajasthan and Kashmir. He went to Central Asia. He conquered Persia. He conquered Iran. He conquered the Central Asia till South China, South Seas of China. All the land, the huge mass of land belongs to Lalitaditya, and he hasn't faced a single defeat till now. That is why he is called as the Alexander of India, because he hasn't faced a defeat. There is even a doubt if Alexander had won or lost in the Hades Pass war between Alexander and Porus. But Lalitaditya's history is such that he has never lost. So, this general Momin, he wanted to get in. So, Kashmir, he wanted to take the jewel of our country, India. Kashmir, is it easy? The crown is protected by the lion. Lalitaditya was ready. He himself got into the war, and his strategies were so remarkable. You cannot even imagine what he is using, what kind of tactics he is using. The war tactics were new. Momin was crushed. Not once, not twice, thrice. And Lalitaditya couldn't take this silly thorn coming and pricking him. So he just vanquished and killed Momin the fourth time when he came. Lalitaditya remembered what Momin did to the Sindh king. Now it is his turn to take a revenge. So he shaved half head of all the Arabs, whoever had come to conquer or even think about Kashmir. That was the last time any Arab thought of setting a foot inside Kashmir. Such was the might of our king, Lalit Aditya Muktapid. And he reigned for 37 years. He ruled for 37 years. He is not only a warrior, but he is a builder too. An excellent architect, an excellent strategist, an excellent planner. He built a new city called Parihasapur, Smiling City. Even if you go now, you can see the city in ruins. Sad, because once Lalitaditya demised, his successors were not able to keep the country united, the kingdom united. The Karkota dynasty disentangled. Lalitaditya built many temples. The remarkable one is Marthand Temple, Sun Temple, Marthand Sun Temple, which is still in, the ruins are still in Anantnag. It is said that the sun's rays from morning to evening will always fall on the deity. The architecture was such a way that the sun's rays will always keep falling on the deity. There is one particular statue which has been suspended in the air using magnets, one at the top, one at the bottom. And around the temple, there were 365 idols carved. So, Indians knew that there are 365 days in a year, and they know magnetism. They know if you suspend a rock idol with alloy. The idols were made of gold, silver, bronze. An idol of Mahashiva is said to be made of 8,400 kilos of gold. See what kind of wealth and architecture we had. Lalitaditya Muktipir. Unfortunately, his history has not been included in Indian history, but the foreigners hail him and praise him as the Alexander of India. I'll come up with more kings to ponder, Indian kings, in my next episodes. Thank you. Stay tuned.
Good day, everyone. In this story, I would have mentioned about a Sindh king, Raja Dahir. It is Raja Dahir and not Raja Danveer Singh. Sorry for the mistake, I noticed it only while editing. It is Raja Dahir, the last Hindu king of Sindh. Thank you.